Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hall-Greider. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hall-Greider.
Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad to have you joining us today on Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. I'm Rebecca Hall-Greider, and will be your host on the show today. This show is really all about you. Our goal is to equip and empower women so that heart by heart, life by life, family by family, community by community, we're impacting the world in a powerful way, because when we empower women, we transform lives. I have two amazing guests on our show today that I'd like to take just a moment and do a quick introduction. Terry Hawkins is the CEO of whatforwork.com, and she specializes in helping women really utilize their employed by life skills. So, Terry, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
And Tracy Levy is a globally focused business coach that specializes in diversity and inclusion strategy. So, Tracy, I'm excited to have you on the show as well. Welcome.
Thank you, Rebecca. Glad to be here.
And the show that we are putting together for you today is specializing in really looking at those storms that we have in life, those life-changing moments that can sometimes just stop us in our tracks. And how do we find that silver lining where we can actually learn how to thrive from that experience? And I like to tie any show that I do into the season. So if we think about this, we're looking at April showers, brings May flowers. So for the month of May, we're really going to be focused on finding the silver lining in the storm and really equipping and empowering you to find that silver lining and shine in your respective walks and journeys in life. So today, I wanted to take a moment, because this is my first show with Voice America on the Empowerment Channel. I wanted to take a moment to explain a little bit of how I would love the show to work for each of you, because I created the show for women to really empower and equip you. And so one of the things that I would love is to have you interact with us, to send us your questions, your thoughts, your aha moments, your intentions. And as much time as we have on the show, we're going to take that information in and we'll incorporate it into our show. And we'll even take some live calls as our schedule for the day allows. So please interact with us. Please give us feedback and help us really create a powerful show to support you. I also wanted to share a little bit of my why. The reason this show and this message is so important to me. And it starts with the story of a little girl, 5 years old, that from the ages of 5 to 12, she was thrust into an environment of abuse. All different kinds, shapes, and forms that a little girl should never see you experience or be exposed to. And she started to form beliefs about herself during that time, that it must be her fault, it must be something about her, that she must not be valuable, that it's not safe to be seen or heard. And eventually, I was rescued from that environment and moved into a home with my father and my stepmother, who became the mom of my heart. And they loved me, so I learned I was lovable. They helped me discover my voice, that I was valuable, that it was safe to be seen and heard, and beyond that, I could actually make a difference by sharing who I was created to be and sharing my voice and the messages I've been given to share. But I also discovered, as I looked out into the world, that there are so many men and women that are still walking around believing a lie, that they don't matter, that it's not safe to be seen or heard, or that it's their fault. And I believe that they need to know the truth, that you need to know that you're beautifully and wonderfully made, that just by being you and sharing that with the people around you, it makes a huge difference in all of our lives. So my mission is to really empower you, to help you discover your gifts and your talents and your abilities, to really stand in them and shine so that you share it with all of us and all of those around you. And with that, I would like you to actually have an intention for the show and for the week and for the month. I would like you to just sit for a moment and think about, wow, if I am beautifully and wonderfully made, what is it that you would like to gain from the show or from those around you so that you can show up in a bigger way and shine? And I want you just to sit with that for a moment and close your eyes, take a deep breath, and just entertain that idea that you're really called to be seen and to be heard. And what is the piece of information, the intention, the goal, the gift, the something that you would like to bring out in a bigger way, or that you have placed on your heart that you would like to actively be looking for so that you can shine? And I believe if we actively set intentions, it's a lot easier to recognize the opportunities when they come. So it's just to take a deep breath and see what comes to your mind. I can share with you that my intention is to really provide support, bring you amazing guests to encourage you on your journey, but also give you practical steps so that you can move forward and apply what you're learning on the call to move forward in life. And Terry, I don't know if you had something perhaps that came to your heart or mind to share.
It's all about taking in where you're going, knowing where you're at, and getting the help that you need. And whether it's listening to radio shows or going to events that you're hosting, I have been so empowered to step forth and step into really what I want to do and where I want to go in life. And so it's about getting the help that you need when you need it.
Wonderful. Actively looking for that help. Great. And then, Triste, I don't know if you had something that came to your mind and heart to share.
Yes, it does. Women should not be afraid to take steps to further their life. And that's regardless of what happened in the past, because that's done and over, and looking forward to what you can, what you will do, and how you will do it. And you're great at that, Rebecca. We met 3 or 4 years ago, and we hit it off. And I've listened to, what you have to say, and that's pretty powerful.
Oh, thank you, Triste. I appreciate that, and so honored to have you on my show. And actually, I had the honor of being on Truste's first show with Voice America, and it was such an honor and a privilege to share that time with you that it was really special to me, and it was really important to me that Triste be able to be a part of my first show. So I know we met 3 or 4 years ago, and we stayed in touch, and that was just a really special moment for me. And I'm really excited to have you on the show today to share that special moment back. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, once again, thanks for having me here on your first show. I'm the one who's honored that you asked me to be a guest.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And what I wanted to do is really focus back in on the storms that we have in life. And I think sometimes those can actually end up being our biggest gifts. I found for myself, one of my biggest fears has been coming out of hiding and being seen, and then actually being willing to step into the limelight and shine. And as I've been willing and able to do that, it has been such a challenging and wonderful journey that I've been able to help many others in that same walk to really come out of hiding and shine. And when we do that, it's amazing the impact we can have on one another, our own growth, but also all of those around us. And it gives them permission to shine. And everyone is so gifted in so many different ways that there's a richness when we're all willing to share and shine our light. And if somebody hides and doesn't, then I feel like we all miss out. And so, Terry, I wanted to do a little more formal of an introduction so people know a little bit more of your background. But you're somebody that, to me, has really illustrated stepping into the light and even stepping into that limelight and doing it because of your own journey and what's been laid on your heart. So Terry Hawkins, as I mentioned, is the CEO of whatsforwork.com. And this is a unique social community for women returning to the workforce that have been employed by life. What's for Work teaches them how to craft their personal brand and learn how to effectively use social media to create their next job opportunity. What's for Work helps women find the work they love by providing a rich set of tools and resources to locate jobs, build resumes, prepare for interviews, explore hidden job markets, blog, connect with other women, network with experts, giving them the knowledge, skills, and confidence needed to be successful. And I would add to that Terry also is just really gifted at helping people discover clarity of where they're going, of what they're really equipped to do, and to really utilize the skills that sometimes are taken for granted or we don't see because they're not the traditional things you see on a resume. And so I just really appreciate that about you, Terry.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I am thriving just in that I was out of the workforce for 16 years by choice. I had a recruiting background and an outplacement, and I went to go back, and I thought, I should know how to do this. It was demoralizing and demeaning, and you're sending resume after resume into the black hole of the Internet, feeling less and less confident in your ability to do anything. And I thought, there's got to be a better way. And so with my background and the support of my husband, who is a serial entrepreneur and a large website developer, we developed What's for Work, a career site that you could have everything in one place. You could get the help that you needed, creating those personal brands, understanding what is it like to get a job in today's time versus 10 years ago or 20 years ago, and that it's okay, whatever your story was, whatever your choice was along the way, is what makes you unique. And what I love to specialize in is finding what makes you uniquely qualified to do the work you love, and then giving you that confidence to go after that job that you really want or the career that you really want.
Okay, great. Well, Terry, thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. And it looks like we're getting ready to go to our first commercial break. So please, listeners, let us know if you have questions, and we'd love to hear from you and be able to answer those. Also, we've put together some amazing free gifts I encourage you to check out. If you go to my host page, you'll see a link that's Radio Gifts. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But during break, I encourage you to check that out. We look forward to talking to you soon.
world. Motivate, change, succeed. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
Your people are waiting for you.
Do you speak to have more impact and grow your business? Your people are waiting for you, waiting to hear your unique message. Learn to speak more effectively on the Speakers Summit, a free summit designed for speakers like you. More info at thespeakersummit.com. Your people are waiting for you. Are you ready for them?
Your people are waiting for you. Be ready.
Have you friended us on Facebook yet? Why not? Just go to facebook.com/Voice America or search for the keywords Voice America. Once you are part of our Facebook network, you'll receive daily messages about what's happening with our shows, this week's featured guests, and new happenings of the Voice America Talk Radio Network. And you can add your voice to the always active discussions on our wall. Just go to facebook.com/Voice America or search for Voice America.
We're making it easier to listen to the Voice America Talk Radio Network wherever you go. In addition to listening live, you can check out information about your favorite talk show hosts, discover new talk show personalities, add shows to your list of favorites, and listen to all our show archives on demand. All from your iPhone, BlackBerry, or Android. Download it from the Apple App Store, BlackBerry App World, or Android Market, and get ready to tune in. The Voice America mobile app, powered by Aircast.
Build your better business. Achieve that goal. Make good on that resolution. The Voice America Empowerment Channel. It's your world. Motivate, change, succeed.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall-Greider. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back. We were talking to Terry Hawkins, and she was sharing a little bit about why she had created what'sforwork.com and how it's really designed to help women step back into the workforce in an empowered way. So, Terry, do you mind sharing a little bit more about what'sforwork.com and some of the resources that are available on that site?
Certainly. What we're all about is empowering women to go back and get the job that they love at a sustainable wage. And a lot of it is giving them the confidence and the permission to go after those jobs. Not when you step out of the workforce for any period of time, or you're just transitioning, if you haven't stayed current with technology, you feel like, I don't know where to get back in. There's personal brand, and I get this a lot. I run classes, and everybody's heard about the class from the internet, but when I ask them if they have a personal brand, nobody raises their hand. And I have to tell them, well, the fact that you found me on the internet meant that you do have a personal brand. And so then we go through, how do you control that brand? How do you figure out what it is and what you want it to be? So What's for Work is helping them create that, giving them a place to build out their resume, their profile, put their professional-looking headshots up, and then start blogging about their expertise, their thoughts, and what's going on in life for them. Because we all have a story, and when you bring that story forward and you incorporate that into your skills and your education and the passion for what you want to do, that's where the uniqueness comes in, and that gives you the ability, when you look for the job that you're going after, and you understand that the problems and issues they are having, how you uniquely can solve them. And that's what women love to do. They love to come in and help and solve problems. So once you understand where your uniqueness lies, it gives you that ability to go in there with confidence and sell yourself on getting that position. Beyond that, we have the heart and soul of the site, where people help one another through social reciprocity. I have companies on the site posting jobs and talking, but the value that they get out of it is engaging with the women on the forum and really helping them answer questions about what to wear, what is this company culture like, or does anybody know anybody who works at this company, and really help them through social reciprocity, really engage with the members on what their questions are as they're reentering or changing careers.
Wonderful. And I know it's a very, very powerful site. And do you mind sharing just a little bit about, from a company perspective as well, how it is beneficial to be part of this site and some of the tools and resources available?
Definitely. So, like I said, with the members, they have all of the sources to put their profile up and create their opportunities, as well as learning how to do interviewing. On the company side is they can post out their their job openings, find amazing workforce. Women returning to the workforce are one of the most undervalued, untapped resources in America. When you give them a job and pay them a sustainable wage and get them involved, they will be your best asset. They will market your company like crazy. Companies also have the ability to talk about their promotions, share their videos, talk about events and upcoming specials that they're having. So it really gives them the ability to market their services and products and expertise, as well as find dynamic employees. We help them out by adding a state-of-the-art applicant tracking system. So there's no more black hole of the internet at What's for Work. If somebody applies for a job and you open that application, an email automatically goes back to the candidate so that they understand exactly where they're at in the process, that the resume was even received.
Beautiful. And I know that's something I hear a lot from women is they said, I send stuff out, well, men and women, I send things out, and it just feels like it goes into a black hole. So I love that you have a way to help it not feel like a black hole and have communication on both sides. I love that you built that into it. Do you mind sharing a little bit about the free gift you put together for our listeners today?
Certainly. So what I did is I did 3 videos up talking about what you need to do when you first start out, from how to sit down and talk to the family, clearing out your calendar, and making the time that you're looking for work the actual hours of the job that you're looking for. So if you're looking to work 4 hours a day, block that out in the calendar now and just clear it out completely. Another important part is now get the family on board. Let everybody know things are changing, and give them the opportunity to empower your family to help with the chores, and let go of the way that you did it and let them do it the way that they would do it. And if they need assistance and, with laundry and things like that, you can do that. But that's just a really important part, is to get help along the way. And so I put together 3 videos to address a lot of those issues.
Wonderful. Thank you for not only putting those together, but making them available to all of our listeners. So for those of you that are interested in getting those videos and the powerful gifts that Triste will be sharing about as well, make sure that you click on free radio show gifts and sign up to receive those. We really want to equip and empower you and get these powerful tools into your hands so that it can translate into helping you move forward on your journey in a powerful way. So, Terry, thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate it. And then I wanted to introduce Triste to you. I had shared a little bit ago that we met 3 or 4 years ago, and I had the honor of being on her first show with Voice America, and I'm so excited that she's able to be on this one today. But Triste Loving is a global-focused business coach with years of intensive, proven expertise in diversity and inclusion strategy. She helps maneuver organizations through this diverse, dynamic, virtual, and global market to provide CEOs and business owners foresight and insight to make more culturally informed business decisions. As a decorated U.S. Navy veteran with over 26 years of service, Triste honed her talents and skills traveling to and working in over 7 countries while masterfully training, diffusing cultural issues, developing and implementing strategies for over 76,000 people globally. So welcome to our show officially today, Triste.
Thank you, Rebecca. Glad to be here.
And I wanted to start by providing you the opportunity to share your why with all of us.
Okay.
And I know you've created and you share the C process and system, but I would love them to know a little bit of your background and why that work is so important to you, if you don't mind.
Oh, not at all. And my story started out with me joining the Navy in 1983, and I thought that was the most awesome thing that I could do to serve my country. And the first place I went was Keflavik, Iceland. And I tell you, that's such a beautiful country and that's beautiful people. And so I was really psyched about being in the Navy. But unfortunately, I got sidetracked by something that was done to me. In 1983, there wasn't really any way for anybody to report any discrimination or sexual assault, sexual harassment. And unfortunately, I learned that firsthand. I was on the basketball team, and the coach of the basketball team had, if you will, lured me to where he was, and he used the guise of it's about the team. So I'm in his room, and all of a sudden, he just kind of moves over toward me. He's kissing me, and I'm trying to push him away, and he's touching me where he shouldn't be touching me at all. And that lasted for about 10, 15 minutes, and I said, well, I've really got to go, and I don't think I can be on the team anymore because of my schedule. And I got out of there. And I was totally lost of what to do, who to tell, what I need to do to make this not a occurrence for any other females that worked with him. And I found nothing. So what I had is what I call a C. That's a significant emotional event. And once that happened, I was so determined that I would put something together or I would start something to make sure women never felt like an object in the Navy. So that's my background story, and I moved that to 18 years of being a diversity and inclusion coach as well as equal opportunity. And I really got into that. That's my passion because I help people in all situations. And I explain to leaders about what they need to do to have a diversity and inclusion strategy so they can make more money. So that's how I came up with my business, and I am a global focused business coach, and I have many things to offer people on my site. So that's about it, Rebecca. That was, hopefully that helps women who find themselves in that predicament, that there's some place that they can go and get the help that they need and not to be shamed, not to feel it's your fault. And you talked a little bit about that, Rebecca, and turn that C into something really positive.
Exactly. Well, Tracy, thank you so much for sharing some of your why and your story with us. I think that's really powerful, and I love how you have found the silver lining and kind of a fire in your belly about that and transferred it into such a powerful message to support and empower so many people. So thank you for sharing about that. And you touched on C a little bit.
Yeah.
And I know we're getting ready to go to commercial here. So what I would like to do is have our guests just for a moment think about how they had a C in their life, a significant emotional event, and just kind of see if something comes up with that. And when we come back from our commercial break, we will dig into that a little bit more about what to do with the C, and can they be negative or positive, and how can we have our C benefit others? So stay tuned, send us your questions and your thoughts, any aha moments, we love to know those as well. Make sure that you're checking out those empowerment gifts. We want you empowered and encouraged on your journey. And we'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment. Thanks.
We're on Facebook along with some of the greatest minds of the world, and that includes you. Visit us on Facebook at Voice America Empowerment.
Credit stressed? Need credit repair? The Federal Credit and Business Police, FTC, state they've never seen a legal credit repair clinic. Those so-called credit repair and debt negotiator illegals are not smart enough to get legal. What makes them smart enough to solve your credit problems?
Hi, I'm Bruce Danielson, founder of First Stone Credit Counseling, the one company that is U.S. Treasury approved and competent to do credit file restoration. We're not collectors in disguise or consumer ripoff artists. In fact, First Stone is a consumer advocate credit file restorer with a U.S. Treasury 501c3 nonprofit certification who has resolved thousands of credit problems over the last 18 plus years. First Stone can put you back on track to financial freedom, and you can start right now by calling
First Stone at 972-235-1188. That's 972-235-1188. Or check the website at firststone.com. That's FIRSTSTONE.com.
Hi, I'm Ed Krell, CEO of Destination Maternity. We proudly support the March of Dimes work to reduce the rate of premature birth. The numbers have gone down in the past 5 years, but still, nearly 500,000 babies are born too soon in the United States each year. We're helping the March of Dimes fund cutting-edge research and community programs to help more moms have full-term pregnancies and healthy babies. Join us in working together for stronger, healthier babies. Visit marchofdimes.com.
Find out what makes the most successful people tick. Keep listening to the Voice America Empowerment Channel. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall-Griter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, and as promised, we're going to dig into the C acronym a little bit further, and I had asked during the break that you just kind of sit for a moment and see if you have perhaps had a C at some point in your life, a significant emotional event. And Trista, do you mind expanding a little bit? Can C's be positive or negative? And either way, how can a C not only benefit the person that experienced it, but also it can make a positive difference for others?
Sure. As I said, a C is a significant emotional event. And you'll know if you had one, if what has taken place, whatever the event is, shakes you to your core. You can feel it to your bones, actually. And it has you question sometimes your values, you question yourself, you question your beliefs, and you can take that negative event and change it to something positive. I know when you're going through it, you're not thinking that I'm going to do anything with this. I just have to keep it to myself, or I can't explain this to my spouse, to my friends, to my parents. But I offer people to really see what you can get out of the event and share with others so they have some type of help. And when they have it, then you can help them. You can give them ideas, start a business like I did, whatever it is. And the C ties into diversity and inclusion because when I work with organizations, I have them look at things from a different perspective. And that perspective is inclusion. Everyone's included. Nobody is left out. no one feels that they're not a part of what's going on, and that you can truly make a huge difference by what happened to you.
Yes. Beautiful. And do you mind sharing what the free gift is that you put together for our listeners today? And also know that those that are listening to the replay, these gifts are also available to each of you too. So do you mind sharing what your gift is?
Not at all. I have 2 gifts, actually. And my first gift is a worksheet I developed based on statistics, based on a lot of research, and that is a Where Are Your Millions Going? That's what I named it. Because even if you're a small business, doesn't mean you can't be global. So I'll help you figure that out. And it's 37 minutes, and I know that seems odd, but that's just me. But it's 37 minutes to take your business to the next level, and particularly with diversity and inclusion. So that's one gift. And I think I put them together, didn't I? That's one gift. And then I am also going to offer you, I'm going to talk to you, Rebecca, and change what my other gift is not only will you get the free worksheet, but also you can look at other things on my website, and you'll discover that there are things of interest to you that you never thought about, that you open your eyes and you say, wow, this is truly amazing, and I want to learn more. So I offer everyone to go to my website. It's simpleinnovationsbusinesscoaching.com, and go there, click on the box that it says, I want more information, and I will provide you more information in various ways. So I encourage you to go to my site. Those things are free for you, and I just look forward to working with anyone for that 37 minutes as a compliment for you to take your business to the next level by going global.
Wonderful. Thank you, Trust Day. I appreciate that. It's a powerful 37 minutes. And then I was going to, Terry, I think, would you mind taking a moment and sharing about the free services that are available on your site as well?
Certainly. So membership is 100% free. I wanted places where anybody could come in and get what they needed. If you want help along the way, there are videos to walk you through it. So for those that like to do it all themselves, or they could have finances or more of an issue, everything is there for them. For those that need to dive into certain areas, there's career coaches, resume writers, life coaches, wardrobe consultants, and makeup artists all have come on offering up their services, talking about their businesses and promotions and specials as well. So there are lots of information and a lot of people on there that you can just ask questions of in the forum. So it's not all about, it's about giving that social reciprocity so that they're seeing that you have something of value that resonates with them, and then they're more likely to go and use your services. Coming up, we will be, hopefully by the end of the month, we'll be running our webinars again. Those will be up and helping you dive deeper into a personal brand and giving you additional help. So for those that need more services, there will be an opportunity for them to have those as well.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much, both of you, for sharing with us today, bringing your gifts and your talents and your experiences to really enrich all of our lives. I appreciate you putting together so many valuable resources and gifts for our listeners. And I wanted to each give you just a moment if there's any last piece of wisdom or insight that you would like to share with our listeners today. Trista, I'd love to start with you.
Sure. One important thing that I have on my website, it's a motto, and it's diversity, the link that unites us all. And I think it's important for people to understand the 6 degrees of separation. It really is there. So we're really all connected. I just want to clarify for people how they offer their services or, to a different market. So I just want people to remember diversity unites us all. And instead of having a tribe, I'm starting a crowd, because nothing attracts a crowd like a crowd. So I am putting that out there for anybody who wants to join that. That's free too. So become a part of my crowd.
I like it. One crowd at a time.
Yes.
Great. And Terry, did you have any last thoughts you wanted to share?
Certainly. I just want to go back to the employed by life. And this is talking about the gap in employment. And this resonates with not only women returning to the workforce, but people that have stepped out to do anything, whether it was they've been laid off or by choice they traveled, to really talk about the value of what they did when you're outside of the workforce. When you, especially if you're just starting out and you're in college grads and you're getting those first jobs, sometimes they get tracked into a certain area and they don't know how to expand their skills. Volunteering and what you do outside of work makes you a better employee, and it allows you to bring all of you to the forefront when you talk about what you've done outside of work. So that's the employed by life concept. That's about really grabbing on to whether you were taking care of ill family members, running the Cub Scouts or PTA president. All of those things count, and they're valuable assets. You're usually using at least 9 of the top 10 skills that employers are looking for. Sometimes all top 10, which the 10th one is technical skills. So if you have the opportunity to volunteer, it is a great way to round out your resume.
Great. Thank you. Good tip. And what I wanted to share with you, and something I really appreciate that Terry and Triste have both illustrated, is when they looked back and they saw a challenge or something that they struggled with, or it was a significant, I need to learn that C acronym, significant emotional event, they were able to find the silver lining in that and turn that into a powerful message and built programs to really create a positive difference, sometimes fueled by that C, but really creating a positive difference from something that could have been perceived as very negative and really defeating. And I just value and appreciate that in both of you. And the listeners, what I really want to encourage you to do is to remember that you are so, so valuable, that you are beautifully and wonderfully made, that the world actually needs more of you. And when you hide, when you hold back, we all miss out. There's not another one of you in reserve if you don't step forward that'll take your place. You're the gift that we have. And I really want to empower and encourage you this week and going forward to really find ways to bring more of you forward. In our show next week, we're going to be continuing this Thrive theme and really how to continue the momentum throughout your life. We'll have 2 fabulous guests, Doc Claire, who is the healer and founder of the Modern Day Medicine Woman, and Julia Glide, who is a motivational speaker, trainer, coach, and entertainer. So I know that you're in for a real treat on our show next week. I hope that you have gotten valuable insight and encouragement on our show this week. And I really want to empower and inspire you to bloom where you're planted and shine. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hall-Greiter, next Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time and 2 p.m. Pacific Time on the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.